Good afternoon, guys, and happy, I think it's Wednesday today. All of your sunshiny faces. I think it's 2 days after Christmas, so I think that that's the 27th, which would be Wednesday. I'd have to check. Let's see what my phone says. It says that it is 27% charged. No, it is Wednesday. Yeah, guys, I don't know what day it is. People have been home, and, you know, like, my dad has been home and will be home this entire week. So, like, as far as what day it is, I will have no clue. I honestly, it's a mystery to me. But I showed you guys yesterday how I was cleaning out my closet and got rid of a huge box of, I mean, not huge, but a fairly big size box. Definitely, like, probably about 4 to 5 shoe boxes worth, so it was a pretty big size box of all of my just shirts. I only went through like long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, and t-shirts and tank tops. Those were the only things I went through, that was because that's what's hanging up in my closet. So I went through all of that and donated whatever I didn't or wasn't going to wear. Today I am going through the same thing with all of my bins, or like my drawers. I have pull out like one of those little like metal like cube organizer kind of things. I think I actually got it at Aldi, and I have the bins, which actually are the same color as my wall, so they match. But I got those bins, I know for sure, at Aldi because they were like really cheap. It was like $3 for like a 2-pack or something like that. Maybe at most it was $5 for a 2-pack or something, but they were fairly cheap. So I got 6 of them in total. But I'm thinking of, in my new room, possibly. I realized though, the closet, the top rod is super tall. Like, I have to stand on my tiptoes in order to actually reach the, like, to be able to hang things on there. So that's not very good. I'm probably going to have to like redo, and I was kind of planning on it anyway, of doing some type of like not custom closet like insert kind of thing, but maybe just like some IKEA stuff, which is kind of what I'm going with, because I like IKEA because I think it's really well made and it's fairly cheap. And also too, I feel like it depends on what you're paying for or you're buying. We actually have these, which there's some in my room, but also some in my mom's office. They're like, I don't know, kind of like bookshelf things. They're like kind of modular. I don't really know. But we got them, I think, when we lived at my old house. So they're over 25 years old probably. How old is Matthew? Because we moved into this house when Matthew was 1 year old. So, yeah, no, like 20, almost 24, so they would have been like 23 to 22 years old. And we ended up getting those, and I actually think that they would work well for those same size, like cube, like I said, like the cube organizers, but they're not the same thing as like the one that like is from IKEA right now. And it's just like a big like square like rectangle, and like it would be like 2 of them, if that makes sense, but it doesn't have like the divider in between it, whereas like the other one has like each one is its own cube. Anyways, we've had those for, like I said, 22, 23, something like that years probably, and maybe even before that, because we might have bought them like before Matthew was born. My parents might have gotten it, but I know it was like back in the day when they ordered it from like an IKEA like mail-in catalog. Like, that was how old it was. Like, the internet was barely a thing at the time. They did not order it on you know, online or anything like that, but they bought it a long time ago. Those things are still holding up to this day. And like I said too, my grandma, even, she when she moved into her like assisted living back in the day, she got this little like 3-drawer kind of thing. I still have that. It has to at least been over 7 years ago, somewhere between like 7 to 10 years ago. And again too, I still have that, and it's still in perfectly fine condition. Like, as far as like its durability, like all that kind of stuff, I just really like IKEA stuff. And again too, compared to, for example, my desk, that I'm not a huge fan of all of the I don't want to say problems I've had with it, because like one of them was Jack's fault. He pulled the door off one of the hinges, but it's also just like kind of like scraped up, like the vinyl kind of stuff, like the fake wood kind of look on it is like kind of starting to get like scratched away, like all this kind of stuff. Whereas like IKEA, if that tends to happen, like I feel like you can paint it really easily and not have to deal with that. I've seen people paint like the Billy bookshelves and like that kind of stuff, and they still look really good. And like I've seen people that, like I said, have had those kind of things for like a really long time, and I just think the durability and like all that kind of stuff, they just last for a long time. So that's why when I go move into my new room, I am going to most likely get a lot of like IKEA furnitures and things like that. So anyways, that is to say that when I do move to my new room, I think I'm going to get one of the small 4x4 cube organizers for in my closet to maybe keep like my sweaters in or something like that. But I won't need it anymore, because right now what I use that one for this in my closet, the metal one that tends to fall apart sometimes, like they kind of like clip together, and sometimes the clip will fall out and then like the whole thing falls apart and you're just kind of stuck with like the cubes just kind of holding the whole thing up. That's where I am right now. It hasn't happened that often, surprisingly, but sometimes if I overfill it, then it tends to kind of just fall apart. So I need to go through some of the stuff that's in there anyway, and then also reorganize the stuff that's in there and fix it so it's not like that. But this way it will make it easier when I'm moving to my new room, so I don't have to like spend time going through this stuff ahead of time, or you know, like when we're moving, I can do this ahead of time and kind of, again too, now that we're moving, just take the bin out and move it into the new room, instead of being like, oh, I should probably go through this, and you know, like not moving stuff into the room that I can go through ahead of time. So that's what I've kind of been doing, just like realizing the stuff I got for Christmas. I was like, I don't have room for any of this stuff in my room, and I need to go through some of the things to be able to get stuff moved and organized and cleaned, and just make the process of switching bedrooms easier when the time comes. So that's one of the things. And like I said too, my closet was a huge problem, because I had got sacks of clothes up to here on this chair that's behind me, because I hadn't put any of the stuff away because my closet was so overfilled. And I showed you guys too, like I said yesterday, how much stuff I got rid of. And it was just really nice to finally be like, oh, there's room to like slide my clothes from one side to the other in the closet, instead of like it all being so bunched up. I can barely even take the stuff off of the hangers because, like, you know, or the hangers out of the closet, because there wasn't room to like try and like wedge the stuff out of there, and definitely couldn't fit anything else in it. So like I said, I'm very, very happy about that. But I'm going to, like I said, get moving on that today, and probably just do those cube organizers is probably all I'm gonna have time for. But again too, I was so happy in getting that stuff done yesterday, and I'm hoping I can kind of do the same thing today as well. Well guys, here we are, all nice and organized. I'm not even joking. There were jeans and pants and things like that that were all over the floor here. I ended up purging a lot of this stuff today as well, enough so that everything actually fits in there and I can push them back in and close them, which is really nice. So I'll show you guys what all of another bin pretty much worth of stuff I ended up, or box worth of stuff I was able to get rid of today again. Alright, so this is actually the same box from yesterday. I only had about, I'm trying to figure it out, maybe up to here or so filled yesterday with all the stuff from that I cleaned out that was like shirts and things. This up here is all of the pants and things that I am getting rid of. Pants, pajama pants, I think there might be a hat and scarf set in there that I've had, and just I've realized I've never worn it. I actually think I got it back in like 6th grade, and I honestly think that I probably wore it back then, but like I still have it and have not worn it at all recently. So yeah, that was another thing I think I got rid of. But there's a bunch of stuff kind of pretty much from like this point up was today. So I'd say I pretty much ended up doubling the amount of donations that I had from yesterday into today as well. So I've gotten rid of so many clothes, guys. This is awesome as far as donating goes, so that again too, I can get rid of and make some space in my closet, because again too, I did not have room in my closet at all. I showed you guys now that I do all of my little organizers that are in there, but all of these like pants and things like that were almost all rolled up on the floor in front of those drawers, because I didn't have enough room in the drawers. So those little like the cube organizers. So now I do, and like I said, that is all of the stuff so far. I'm still probably going to go through some shoes, and I've got still dresses up in the attic that I need to go to, and also too I have sweaters up in the attic. Plus this doesn't include any shorts that I have, or really like summer attire other than t-shirts. So So those are also things that I can eventually go through, but since they're up in the attic and it's hard to get to, I might not end up doing that right now. Guys, I'm gonna take a shower and get to bed, but on top of getting that closet stuff done, I also have my bedding is all changed out, except I actually do need to wash my pillowcases, but I'm gonna have to kind of wait on that because I don't have enough time before I go to bed tonight. And I do normally like wash my pillowcases in between when I do my bedding, so I got that done today also. Plus, like I was showing you guys, obviously all of the closet cleaning out and organizing, but like I was telling you guys too earlier, the what's it called, the like summer stuff too, like even though I did have shorts in my closet and like some like capri like leggings and things like that, more anything that was like spring, summer stuff, fall kind of wear, I didn't even really go through it for the most part. I just kind of, I'm gonna put it up in the attic in that bin that I have. I actually have one that's up there already that has shorts in it. Plus again too, I told you guys all my t-shirts and like tank tops are in another bin, and then my sweaters that are already up there, a lot of those I think I'm gonna bring down for the summertime right now. But again, I ended up going through a lot of that stuff, but I haven't even touched any of the, again, stuff that's already in the attic or anything that was in the closet that I'm just like, I'm just gonna probably wait until it's time to go through it and try some of that stuff on. If any of that stuff was stuff that I knew I wasn't gonna wear, I obviously did end up going through that, but if there was some stuff that I was like, I probably need to try this on or whatever, I didn't end up doing that yet. So especially the stuff that's like already up in the attic. But anyways, I'm gonna take a shower now and get to bed. I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today, so make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.